My name is Mrs. Turner, and I am sitting next to this wonderful pond today because I am about to interview Frankie the frog, only I'm sure all of you know him better as Dominick Baker. So here we go. Frankie, may you come? It is so good to see you today, Frankie, and I understand that you're going to tell us today about a wonderful book that was written by you. Could you tell us the name of this book?
My book is a frog thing.
A frog thing, and who wrote that book?
Eric Dragman, and the illustrator is James Mascarillo.
Well, it sounds like it would be lots of fun. You look a lot like this guy right here on the front of the book. Tell me, who is it that calls you Frankie instead of Frank?
My mom and dad.
Your mom and dad. Well, that's pretty neat. Where does this story take place?
A summer day at the pond. It's actually a summer night.
A summer night at the pond? All right. Well, I think we fit right in sitting next to the pond right here. Other than Frank, who is you, who are the other main characters in the story?
My parents, Mama Bird, Baby Bird.
Anyone else?
I always forget the friends, which is all of you.
All of these people watching today. Well, we're glad that you're here today watching the story about Frank the frog. All right, so tell me, what was happening at the beginning of the story?
I wanted to fly, but frogs don't fly.
Frogs don't fly,
and
do
I was
they?
a frog.
You're a frog and frogs don't fly, but you wanted to do it anyway?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you sound like you're very determined. Did your parents have anything to say about that?
When they said I could do anything that set my mind to, but they meant any frog thing, and they didn't know that flying meant a frog thing.
Oh, so you were determined. Did you practice?
Yes. And that's when it took place.
That's when the story takes place with you practicing. Okay.
And when it took place, something splashed right into the pond.
Right into the water? Were you close?
Yes. And you know what it was? A baby bird.
A baby bird fell into the water?
Yeah.
Ooh, that's interesting. Birds don't swim, do they?
And you know what?
What?
I dove into the water and saved it.
You did?
And I took it back to shore.
Oh, was there anyone waiting there at shore?
Yes, the mama bird.
And what did she say?
Is there any... Well, before she said that, she hugged me close and kissed me right on the cheek.
Oh, was that exciting or was that embarrassing?
Embarrassing.
Embarrassing. I think maybe that would be embarrassing for me too. Well, that's probably because she was so happy that you saved her baby.
And then she said, is there anything I can do to repay you? Then I said, I really, really want to fly. And then she said, frogs don't fly. And you still want to fly? And then I'm like, I set my mom to it, and then she said, stay here, I'll be right back. Then she came back with a friend and a twig between them. We went on a flight over the pond.
Well, frogs don't fly, so how did you fly?
I held it on to the twig.
You held on to the twig that was between their paws?
Yeah.
Oh, did anybody see you flying away like that?
Yes, my parents and my friends, which are all of you.
All right, they were sitting down at the pond and they saw you fly over at the bank? Oh, and they saw you flying all over the pond? Over the pond. They must have been very proud and happy.
And my parents said, you can do anything you set your mind to. But then I said, maybe any frog thing.
And so what was the frog thing you set your mind to?
I joined my friends in the pond and I said I could be one of the great swimmers.
Oh, and I bet you will be, Frankie. I bet you will be one of the great
And that's
swimmers.
the end.
The end. Well, Frankie, this has been fun. I think I would love to read this book called A Frog Thing, and maybe your friends would like to read this sometime too. It's a good book, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, it's a very good book. Well, thank you, Frankie, for joining me today, and guess what?
What?
I will let you get back to that thing you set your mind on to, and that is
No,
swimming.
I gave up on it.
No, the new thing that you set your mind on, and that's swimming and becoming one of the best swimmers ever. Good
Yeah.
luck to you.
Yes. And that's the end.
All right, thank you for coming today.